So my name is Matteo Piraccini. I'm the head of chassis engineering, which means that I'm leading the design office of Haas F1 team. 2022 season. It looks like a very long time ago, but it is mainly just 1 year ago. A bit of background, thinking about the fact that it was a really important challenge considering a new age of car. Thinking about the fact that all the people were there at the beginning of the season, putting together a car never used before, I would say that it was a surprise for me, or should we say a final confirmation for me that F1 world is a really high level, in terms of technological point of view, a high level world. It looks to me that at the end of the day, 20 car never run before, based on different technology, based on different, know-how of different people, logistically around the world, were on grid at the same time, performing with a very small amount of difference in terms of time lap. So we are talking about few tenths, considering 20 car never run before. So thinking about us F1 team, what I would say, I don't want to talk about a surprise because we are racer. We worked to be there at the right time, performing well from the beginning. And we confirmed that already in Bahrain test and already during the first race, we were performing well as we were expecting. So instead to talk about a surprise, I would like just to say that I'm proud to have been part of a team like this, the smallest team in F1, and to be there at the right time with the right level of performance. Learning process, I would say that at the end of the day, also 2022 season has confirmed what we know, that everything in Formula 1, everything is time. You can have the best idea in the world in terms of performance, to get performance and the reliability of the car. But if you are not capable to put it on the grid in the shortest time, you will pay performance, you will pay results. So even 2022 season was confirming that having a good idea, we had to push like hell to get the right part of the car on time on the grid before the competitors. And this is what we did. This is what we learned again, and this is what we are planning to do, improving time response for our ideas in terms of development on the grid. Yeah, I will say that finishing P8 in 2022 season could mean more price, more money, but for me means a lot more pressure, should we say, because we are planning it to be even better next year. More pressure means that what we are planning is to invest in our people. What I mean is that never forget that the key to get performance, even in F1, is to invest in people. People can make the difference. So even in the design staff, and not only talking about the design area, but even in the team, we are pushing to get the right people and to improve, should we say, the learning process, the level of the know-how of each people, because what a junior guy could have done last year will be even better next year, and we have to find out the right people for the right position at the right moment. In terms of timing, as I said, time is everything in F1. So in front of a question, when did you start in 2022 to think about the 2023 car development? The day after we finished the car build of 2022. That is almost happening every year, because to get together new ideas and especially to plan them properly in terms of development makes the difference for the season after. So in terms of ideas, in terms of planning, we started just the day after, and everything was put together even during the mid-season of last year. Crash test is absolutely important. Even also if you consider that last year when we started the new age, should we say, of the 2022 car, we have faced, should we say, an extra challenge. A hard challenge to meet the requirement of FIA, which have changed drastically from the previous year. So crash test is one of the most important appointments during the development of the chassis area. But do not forget that also when we are talking about chassis, we are talking about the rest of the car. So chassis is just one step, the first step, and around the car, talking about, aero upgrade, talking about cooling system, talking about suspension, everything has been planned in order to develop the car as per performance target. Chassis homologation is the first step of a long, should we say, story. So it's just the first, should we say, goal on a match that is planned for the full year. So after chassis homologation, it is planned a time for car build. We are all focused on the first, should we say, lap on the grid during the first test and on the first race. And I would add that after the first race, or even during the first race, we are starting already to get in advance a vision of this, should we say, in-season development and the next year car concept. Chassis homologation is a nervous time, but I do not have any different time during the year. I'm a racer, so what I mean is that it is the homologation is part of the game, but I would add also the same level of, should we say, pressure during car build, during the first lap on the grid, during even the first lap on track of the new car, during the first race, and each race is a, should we say, a motivation of high level of pressure, but it is a good pressure. You know, we are all passionate, we are all motivated, and we are all focused in finding out, results in terms of performance. During pre-season testing, what we are focused in especially final confirmation that the design done during winter time has achieved the major goal, not only in terms of performance but also even in terms of reliability. This is the reason why we are planning a very, should we say, important timing in checking the car during car build. Thinking about car build, we could plan, the first build in 1 week, in a few days, waiting for the last bit delivered the last time, but we are planning a very long, should we say, time. I'm talking about a few weeks, in order to deeply investigate all single item which we have designed, which finally has been manufactured and delivered, because the devil is in the detail, and everything could be improved during even this time between car build and the first race, and everything could generate a good step in performance. As I said, the devil in the details.